Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to TSO Crypto, your home for Crypto TA. I am your host Martin, and today we're going to be looking at will Bitcoin keep dropping? Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the bell, hit the sub. BL, how you doing? Thank you very much for being here. Guys, what is going on with crypto? We did get a movement down. Market cap going down around 5.75%, a little bit more if we measure it from high to low. We talked about this move. Remember, we said Bitcoin could be dropping up to like a 10%. We did drop 7.28% before we actually bounced a little bit, which is good and consistent with what we've seen so far. So, yeah, it's a good call within the range that we predicted. And again, regular market motion, nothing to get scared about, right? Low, higher low, less negative momentum, higher on that RSI. Old stuff that we've talked about yesterday. Not really a lot happening with the market cap. Let's go check out the price of Bitcoin. Something very similar right now, sitting at $66,256. Again, just waiting for it to load. We're going to go look at it, see what's there. Man, are we doing anything crazy? I think it's just basically market cap. But we're going to go here into shorter time scales. Again, Bitcoin coming to supports, right? We talked about this zone here, the white one, 64,900. We hit it. We're holding it as support right now, trying to bounce above it. Good. Now, target to get above 66,994 if we want to keep on climbing. Is it possible? Yeah, we might get some pullback, right? So we did get a pullback going in. Now we get a push back up, right? So a reaction rally coming in. That reaction rally could try to get us above 66,994. That's going to be a good target for us to hit. If we get above there, we're going to be targeting the 69,000. Otherwise, still support at 64,900, and then below there, 62,423. Those could be the moves here. Again, nothing else bearish, nothing else bullish. As far as anything else, we are still consolidating the zone. So it's good, it's healthy, nothing really crazy for our chart. Man, the 4-hour chart. Look at that, beautiful closing spot on hits, right? Almost spot on hits, very like a fraction of a cent low. What was it closing at? 64,908. We have it at 64,900. So $8 of target, perfect, and opening at 64,911. So $11. Was it 64,911? So we're at 64,900. So $11 above target. Again, nothing crazy. Spot on hits. Look at that rejection right now, or not rejection, but resistance. We have it here on a fib scale. Remember, we have fibs out here at 66,250, and if we zoom out, that's gonna be a fib from like way back. I think it's either a fib or a resistance line that we had around this line, but I really think it's a fib. Maybe a really old fib that we had here. And again, or 66,244 line. Sorry, that's this one here. It's not a fib. It is a resistance. We're barely above it. We're swimming a lot. We're going to be able to see that we're basically starting to get above it. And that's where we're at right now. Are we creating anything here that is bullish? No. Same story as yesterday, right? We just managed to make this massive drop, right, for the day. And now we're here. So again, we just continue dropping. That's all good. You know, where we at? Well, lower low, more negative momentum, lower on our side. Even the short-term moves, we don't have anything bullish for us to be able to go on. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. We said Bitcoin might very well drop. There's really nothing bullish to hold us. If best, we could expect to see a potentially even up to a 10-point drop. We did stop around 7 and change on the daily. I'm going to go back to the daily just so we can look at it real quick before we jump onto the 1 hour and measure it. I think it was a little bit more than market cap for sure. All right, so we opened here and we moved all the way down here. So looking at 7.41% drop at maximum, and then we started to pull back up, right? Again, nothing here that is bullish on the 4. All right, we're seeing sold at 39.17. 1 hour chart might have clues. I think we might be creating something bullish, and we are. We had the bullish divergence strong, right? We pumped on it slightly, failed to get anything higher, but ultimately what's happening down here is what's getting us to rally. So as you can tell, we are coming in lower, right? That support zone, right? And we are creating bullish divergence, right? So that movement goes like this. Right, and with that move, we're looking for that bullish divergence strong. With that, the potential for action to the upside, starting to get that rally again above, right, above this here zone, which happens to be a resistance, now becoming a support. You can tell that we close slightly above it. We open right on it, and we're trying to rally still. So good moves here in Bitcoin. We also rejected it a couple times back here, so we know it's valid. Now, if we get above it, 66,994 is our next target. If we fail to stay above it, we're looking for a revisit of the 64,900, and then below there, we have something quick at 64,305, but below there, I'm really looking at the 62,000s. Or, yeah, even back here, 6,801. Okay, so those could be potential moves for Bitcoin on a movement down. So again, everything else is good. Really nothing going on that is super crazy. Some hidden divergence that's starting to build, and that could give us some stagnation around this zone. We could still have it even when we get to this zone, which is what I'm thinking we're going to get it to kick in, and then have that potentially hold us and put pressure on the price, right? It's starting to be there. We could start to like stagnate a little bit and not go as high. We could give Steven stop here and start dropping. But I'm thinking that this might actually trigger when we're up here. Seems like it might be the best place for it to trigger. And we'll see where it's going to go from there, okay? So with all that said and taken into account, what else, guys? What else is happening here with Bitcoin? So I think that's it for Bitcoin. Let's go check out Ethereum. Again, markets, yes, moved. Nothing going crazy. Stuff that we talked about yesterday. As for today, I'm not really seeing anything super crazy. Again, if we do get a reaction rally, it's going to be good. We already talked targets. If we continue dropping, we'll also know the targets, and we have an idea more or less why those moves can happen, right? Oh, man, we got to wait because now it's being slow. All right, I think it's loaded now. Yep, there we go. Again, Ethereum trying to get above the 3,324. Good area. Again, nothing going crazy there. We talked about that zone. It was a support yesterday. Right now we're dropping slightly below it. And ultimately on Ethereum, if we fail to get above that zone, we're looking for 3,158, right? Again, nothing else here that is bullish. Neutral at 44.03 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4-hour. Really, Ethereum not doing a lot on the daily, right? 4-hour chart, we can see had the bullish divergence pop, hit resistance, drop from that, right? Coming in lower with more negative momentum and lower on the RSI. Sold at 36. Really not a lot happening on Ethereum 4-hour. Let's go to Ethereum 1-hour chart for Ethereum. Again, got a drop. We're looking for the bullish divergence. We didn't get that nice move like Bitcoin had there, right? We did try to rally a little bit and ultimately kept dropping. But all this does is all this just keeps going there and all this just keeps going there, right? Boom. It's like bullish divergence, strong potential fraction to upside, finally triggering because Bitcoin's also triggering it, right? Because Bitcoin also get it now. Bitcoin didn't have it yesterday, it's getting it today. And because Bitcoin's rallying, well, Ethereum's following suit. That's just how it rolls, right? Ethereum follows the corn, right? What else? Man, I mean, it's just gold, I think, is still doing all-time highs. We're going to check out gold. So an article about gold today saying that, oh, gold's reaching all-time high. Hey. Everyone's happy about it. I'm happy about it. You know, we want precious metals to go up. They're not going up as high as other assets, but they're still holding up. And again, yes, gold did manage to climb quite a bit. But it looks like it closed at an all-time high, which is good. You're just waiting for it to load, and then we're going to look at the dollar. But yes, gold managed to close at an all-time high level. Not being at the all-time high, right? But it's just trading and trying to close it up above that level. Again, 4 minutes. And this is for the 1 hour. Let's go to the daily and see how we close the day. Yes, for the day again, we did manage to close an all-time high, and right now we're still moving higher and still creating higher areas of value. So gold still continuing, still having that bearish divergence strong. Again, waiting for it to trigger. Like we stated, market conditions for gold right now having extremely bullish, particularly because we're on an all-time high, and that could lead to continuous rallying. Right, Johnny Blaze, what's up, dude? Can we look at VARA to Coinbase? Yeah, we can leave that, man. If it's open here, we will. If it's not, again, I haven't cleared the queue, right? Again, I told you guys how that works. It's only limited to like 30 assets, and I have well over 30, and I haven't finished cleaning everything up. So I'm still not able to bring anything more than what's there. Don't have a set date for when that's going to be. I just got to sit and look at what charts I really want to keep, but there's still too many charts, and basically I've already purged a lot of things, and what's there are things that I kind of want to keep because those are things that we look at, and if I close them, we're going to lose all the information that is there, and that's our usually assets that we have been revisiting, okay? So, all right, that's it for this. We're going to look real quick at silver before we jump onto the other one, because it's right here. $26.41, again, breaking a fib. That's good. 786 on its climb back up to $28.33. Hopefully we can get there for silver. It's looking strong right now. Some bearish divergence that's starting to develop, right? Kind of like what gold has. But finally starting to get it here on silver. And we're going to see what else, man. I think oil might have shoot up as well, from my understanding. Overbought it at 72.10. Let's see oil, man. 85 buckaroos. Yes, oil's also rallying. Good stuff. We haven't seen oil in a while. I'm just going to zoom out real quick. All right, oil had a head and shoulders, dropped in that. Inverse head and shoulders type of formation. Is that it? Yeah, we're kind of getting that nice bounce if the neckline is here. Right, there we go. So again, I'm looking at a potential shoulder, head, right, shoulder here. And we broke that neckline. We see that's support, and then we're pumping on it. Yeah, it looks about good. Yes, it's still rallying, and it still has, like, we haven't even heard that it's bearish. So nothing bullish, because we're going higher with less negative momentum and higher on the RSI. I'm looking for a larger move here. 0.327, 0.316, 0.313. All right, so barely coming in slightly lower, right? It's just the smallest move. And we also have that going on here. So again, yes, there's some kind of bearishness that's starting to develop. That could lead to a movement down. We have trend line support, by the way, right? That's going to look something like this. That is a trend line support. We need to break that line for us to, you know, start looking for a potential even stronger movement down, right? So good stuff. Now, dollar index real quick, because we're also here, I think. Yeah, dollar index 104. Still strengthening. No, it's starting to lose some of that value, right, as it's still rallying. And again, going for that inverse head and shoulders. Hopefully it's going to get higher. And let's see where this is at. I just want to look at real quick at the peso, and it's still freaking strengthening. I just want the peso to start losing value, because otherwise it's worse for me, because I'm double exposed. I have to turn my Bitcoin or my crypto into pesos, and if the peso is strengthening, I'm not going to be gaining as much. So yeah, I need the peso to weaken against the dollar. All right, VARA. We're going to check that one out real quick. I don't have it open, and if I try to click it, it's going to tell me, oh, yeah, I thought it was going to open. It surely is. Look, look, first, then leave. You want more charge? Pay you must. I hate paywalls. I'm not sure why they cut it out. You were able to look at so many things in the past. They're just being douches about it now. And they don't want you to look at their stuff for free. They just want you to pay for it. Again, it really doesn't hurt them for them to have those things listed. And for you to be able to look at them and then just capping it at 30 is just nonsense. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. It's like, if you just want to look at things, you gotta pay to look at more than 30. It's like, come on, man. Really? Really? We're gonna do ADA real quick, because we haven't done ADA. Man, ADA. Then I want to go back to Bitcoin. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I want to go a little bit more in depth. Again, I just want to rush through some things, mainly get things out of the way as fast as possible, because there's really not a lot happening from what we've spoken in the past, or from what we talked about a couple days ago. So again, still ADA at the 618, reclaiming it. That's good. Oh man, about to break that head and shoulders pattern to the downside, right? We broke it, we're trying to recover it. If we don't, that could be problems for ADA, and we could be looking for, 40 cents. Particularly if Bitcoin keeps dropping a little bit more, definitely ADA could go there, okay? With that being said, I still think we're not creating anything bullish. We might be now. We didn't have it yesterday by the time we did the stream, but now it's starting to look like, oh, look at that, right? It's like, oh, yeah, look, that makes sense. And that makes sense. So they're strong bullish. That could lead us to action to upside. We're starting to get it, and that's why we're failing to drop lower and go for that measure move of that head and shoulders, right? That could lead to where we undo it and try to reclaim this movement back up. That would be perfect. That would get rid of that, 40 cent target and look for a more action to the upside target. Again, bearish divergence, strong, moving down on that. Nothing bullish on the 4 hours. Sold at 33.20, right? Really not a lot going on here. Again, trying to bounce a little bit, and that's about it. Let's go to 1 hour chart. We had the bullish divergence. Remember, we talked about this. Then we kept on dropping a little bit more. That managed to hold, right? That managed to still stay there. And also managed to also stay here. With all that, getting some nice action to the upside again. Coming in lower with more of that positive momentum and higher on the other side. We know what that's creating. If you watch the stream, you already know what I'm going to be calling here. It's hidden bearish. And with that, the potential for continuation, stagnation to come through. Right, and that could hold the price around this level. We're still going to get that up to here, unless the market's feeling extremely bullish, in which case the bearish indicators are going to fail to play out. It would be still looking for a bigger move to the upside, right? That's what could be in store for us. Again, the move from yesterday, we got it. It's a good move. Called the movement down, got the movement down. Right now we're looking for a movement up with some stagnation potentially happening. That's very likely what we could get, right? So again, just be mindful of the market, mindful of the conditions. Our conditions are bullish. We're expecting bullish things to happen. Oh, I think the music is too loud, by the way. All right, let's lower that. I'm not sure why the music keeps going out so high. I just noticed that. Please do let me know whenever that's happening. That way I could, lower it more. It's weird that it's not really lowering that much. That's awkward. So, yeah, hopefully that's going to be better. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear me very well. Again, if at some point in time the music's too loud, let me know. And then we'll fix it. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. Short stream. Again, I've just been running super late with everything today. I just wanted to jump into crypto. I'll be here not tomorrow, but I'll be here on Thursday for sure. Right, we already talked about what could happen. Again, if for some reason the music's loud, let me know, and I'll definitely tune it down next time. I just figured out that it was too loud when we were live, and I'm sorry about that. But I could also lower it here, and then bring it up back here to where it was. And that should be much better. I mean, again, sorry about that. How plausible is it for Bitcoin cup and handle to form on the daily? That's a good question. Let's check. Right, so this is not a cup and handle. Right. So if you were looking at the daily and looking for this as a cup and handle, that's not it. Lips have to be at the same height, so that's not the case. Then you would have to stay above the 50%, right? And we're not. We're hitting that almost 236 on a bounce from the high point to a low point, right? Spot on hit there at support. And that's why I'm thinking that it might not be the case, right? So, yeah, cup and handle here, not there, okay? A little more, 2+ years, zoom out. Okay, zoom out, okay. Oh, all right. That would be too many periods for it to be considered on the daily. Rather look at this in the weekly or even the monthly, okay? But we're going to shift to those, and I'll explain to you why. There's certain rules when it comes to cup and handles. I don't remember all of them on top of my head. There's quite a few. But first, lips have to be all the same height. Points, there has to be less than 160 markers, I think, right, for the days or tickers that we're using. And if that is the case, then yes, we could be looking at this. But if I just measure Let's see how many months it's saying. I think it might just say freaking days, but. All right, so it's 124 bars. I think we're borderlining where this could be a cup and handle on the daily. But if this is to be a cup and handle on the daily, then we will be looking at something like this. Lips have to be about the same height or match as close as possible, right? And as you can tell, the lips are not there. If we go with the wicks, it's also slightly higher. It could be, but for that handle to form, we need to drop about 50%, right? Or above 50% on a pullback. So any drop down to 43,000 would start to make that handle. If we drop below 43,800 and up to this level, then it's not looking really good as far as the pattern goes. But we would start to look for that handle to form in this here portion, right? We're looking for something like this for it to start forming. Then upon breaking that lip, right, we're looking for targets to the upside. But for now, that's it, man. We haven't gotten that drop yet. That would be calling for a bearish or more of a pullback to happen. Not sure we're going to get it right now. And on the weekly, man, that's going to take a couple of weeks for it to form. That's a good pattern to watch out for. Right now, it's too early to call, I think. And if we zoom farther out, yeah, we don't have anything like that, right? So, yeah. That's it for this, man. Let's go to the other Bitcoin chart and go on the daily. So I'm glad that we talked about that. Good question. Good question, Mr. Scrog. Alrighty, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Again, came in to talk crypto. I'm sorry if the music was too loud at the beginning. I'm going to try to keep an eye out for that. Someone told me about it the other day. I thought I had fixed it towards the end, but apparently I didn't. And now probably people are going to be complaining in the comments that the music's too loud. I know. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be lowering it more and try to keep more of an eye out on it. I'm not sure why it went out so loud. It shouldn't have. But for some reason, the music started to go up again in volume, and you guys were not able to hear me very well. With all that said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Again, that's going to be it for tonight. I've been like waking up super, super early, like before, just around 6 a.m. every day. And right now it's super late, and I'm just starting to feel really tired. I'm trying to keep the schedule around 8:30. Just things happened today, and everything got dragged out longer. That's why I ended up jumping a little bit late. But I'll be here again on Thursday, hopefully on time and not running late. And then we can do like an hour session like I'm planning. Okay. Usually that's what I'm shooting for, like 1 hour session. Unless, something else is going on and we have to go longer. But I think about an hour should be good for us to touch crypto or at least Bitcoin and, whatever is of interest to you guys. We got to request the coins. Otherwise, coins that we have on the list, at least for now. And I'm sorry, again, Jenny Blaze for not being able to do VARA. But maybe next time we'll be able to do it once I finish purging that list. But at least for now, if you request coins that are there, we can look at them and talk about them. And with all that said, guys, I'll catch you again Thursday for another edition of TSO Crypto. Until then.